Hey, what's up guys? This is Jake Deutschlander making my first video for my new YouTube channel. Just kind of wanted to introduce myself and tell you what kind of content I'm going to be having, so appreciate if you'd subscribe and drop a like for future stuff to come. But a little background about me. So I've been into cars my whole life. Have a lot of family members that made their living fixing them, selling them, repairing them, and doing graphics on them, etc., etc. So literally I've been in and around cars my whole life, even when I couldn't get in them myself. And now, you know, here I am driving one. This is my 2014 Ford F-150. It's a single cab XLT, mainly blacked out, LED headlights, light bars, tint, Roush exhaust, Roush cold air intake. So I like it. The only thing I wanted to avoid with the whole single cab is the white utility looking trucks, you know, like your retired fleet trucks. That was about the only look that I was trying to avoid when I was looking for a single cab, because nowadays, of course, they're a lot harder to find. And I kind of stumbled onto this one, and it just happened to be from down south, so the body and undercarriage is really clean. Obviously it is a 14, so it's not like it's perfect, but it's a lot better than a truck that was in Wisconsin its whole life. So yeah, and this is just one vehicle I own. Once the weather gets nicer here, I'm looking forward to making videos with my main vehicle, which is a 02 Corvette Z06. Just under 40,000 miles on it. It's got a Brian Tooley Racing Stage 3 cam, long tube headers, catless mid-pipe, modified factory titanium exhaust. So it's a fun car, sounds good, looks good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to making a lot of content with that. I'm also a big motorcycle fan. Right now I actually own 4 of them. A couple of them I'm probably planning on selling once it's springtime, but I've had probably 20 different motorcycles since 16, and I've had cruiser bikes, started on a Ninja 250. I've had CBRs, R1s, R6s, so I've pretty much driven every type of bike besides some of the exotic ones. Like I've never ridden a Ducati or any of the Italian bikes like that. But yeah, so I'm just looking forward to bringing automotive content to YouTube and just adding to the community, because really it's kind of funny, there isn't anybody I can think of that's from the Midwest that's big on YouTube. At least, you know, nobody that stands out to me. Most of the YouTubers we're already watching are on the coast and down south, and yeah, so I just kind of have been wanting to pursue this. You know, me and all my friends are all into cars, and we all have a good time with each other, and a lot of times, you know, might end up getting into trouble with the cops once in a while. And you know, it's just like, hey, why not record this and, you know, let other people watch it. I myself have had a number of pullover experiences, some interesting, you know, some where it was like, oh, I'm getting a ticket, you know, that was dumb, I was being dumb. And hey, you be nice to the cop and honest, and they respect that and let you go with just a warning. So, but yeah, mainly want to bring automotive content. Would love to do some car show features and like different events that like we go to here that you may never have heard of. One of those being Automotion, which is down in Wisconsin Dells, a couple hours south of where I live. And what's funny about it is it actually started as a one-day classic car show. They still have that, but basically it's gotten so big thanks to social media and just a younger generation that it's almost like a weekend in Vegas, but you're in Wisconsin. Like, there's so many people, stuff to do all hours of the day and night if you want. Some trips to Mexico at night, definitely. And yeah, it's just a good time. Like, it, you know, doesn't cost much to do. We usually all rent a place, like 8, 9, 10 of us or more. And so you split it up that many ways, it actually is pretty cheap to do. And it's kind of like our kickoff here for car show season, because there isn't really much that goes on before May, since obviously you can see all the snow that we still have. We've just been getting tons of snow. Like within the last 2 weeks, we've gotten a couple feet, and literally the weather can ricochet so bad where one day, like right now it's 14 degrees roughly, and by this morning it's gonna be like -5. And we're talking a couple weeks ago, it was like 10, 20 degrees, and then in a couple days got down to over 50 below in some areas with the wind chill. So it can be pretty crazy, and so I'm looking forward to warmer weather. I'm sure anybody who watches this that's from this area or even a colder area can agree with that, you know, everybody was complaining that we didn't have a lot of snow this year, which I feel your pain if you had a bunch of money tied up in like a snowmobile or something, but I personally don't, so I didn't really care if we got snow or not. And now that we got a bunch, of course, you know, everybody complains about it, and oh, we're sick of plowing it and this and that, so that's how it goes. But yeah, I'm actually just on my way to work, and I guess I can talk to you guys about that a little bit. I've been making glass for almost 4 years now. I work for one of the world's largest glass producers. We make the raw product that then gets turned into windows and other products, and it's all for residential and commercial, nothing automotive, no curved glass, anything that's flat. So yeah, it's an interesting job. I wish I could actually record there, because like some days, you know, the stuff we got to do is really interesting, and you get to break glass just about every day, and it's just part of doing business pretty much. So yeah, I've been doing that for almost 4 years now, like I said, and it's been going pretty good. Started there right out of high school, and you know, it's been pretty steady and consistent, but I've always wanted to pursue YouTube. It's kind of more of a dream job for me, of course, if it could ever turn into that. So yeah, just kind of wanted to give you guys a little insight on my life. I'm 21, been working full-time and do some stuff on the side, do some buying and selling. I sell on eBay. So yeah, I guess just leave a comment of what you'd like to see next. Hoping on making some Corvette videos coming up here. And yeah, so if you would subscribe for future content, I'd appreciate it. Obviously, everybody's got to start somewhere, and it's going to be kind of interesting to start from the ground up, because I've literally watched people just a couple years ago that started from the ground up, and now, I mean, they're huge channels. So it'd just be interesting to see, you know, some people throw the question out there, is it too late to start YouTubing in 2019? And to that, I say no, because, you know, YouTube's just getting bigger and bigger, and YouTube and the online community is just different in general than, let's say, like a real world brick and mortar business, you know, that they're worried about competition and they gotta always try and keep ahead of the next guy, where it's like YouTube, yeah, you always want to be making good content and like improving when you're where you can improve, but we're all trying to like build together and become bigger together. And you know, one guy's got his niche and people watch him for that, and then another person's got their niche, and so on and so forth. Like YouTube and the online community, there is no ceiling, you know, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And it's like, oh, a little speed bump there, but yeah, it's like, you know, why not start making content for something that's just getting bigger and bigger, and instead of standing on the sidelines, become part of the action. Just looking forward to what could happen with this and the growth that it could come from it, and that YouTube, you know, is kind of just like a starting ground. Everything like can begin from YouTube and can just get bigger and bigger from there. Alrighty guys, well, I'm getting pretty close to work. And let me tell you this, if you've never worked a night shift, you're not missing much. I mean, it's really not bad, but you know, your body really never gets used to working overnight because you don't get up at the same time, you don't fall asleep at the same time, and your body just kind of gets thrown out of whack, in my opinion. I've been doing it now for a couple of years, like I said, almost 4 years, so I'm just kind of used to it. But do you truly get used to it, as in every day you do the same routine, you wake up the same time? No, because it just doesn't work like that. I can tell more details or give kind of more about that in another video, but I think I'm gonna wrap this one up and just see how it does, I guess, and go from there. But would appreciate a subscription. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content in the future. This is my first video, so it can only get better from here. Alrighty, appreciate you guys for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks, bye-bye.